But the world as a whole certainly has become more complex with these transnational threats of terrorism and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and failed states turning up in different parts of the world. Now we have the unpredictable developments in the Middle East as seen in Tunisia and Egypt. So clearly I find that my inbox is filled with new and unexpected challenges every day. One can't predict from one week to the next what we're going to be grappling with. And the ability of the United States to influence these problems varies from one issue to the next. And it underscores how much more we need to work in concert with other nations. If the United States could often go off and solve lots of problems by itself now, we critically depend on having partners, especially our European allies, but now new partners like Russia, the increasingly important allies we have in Asia to tackle all these problems. Well, this conference did start back in the Cold War days and had a very heavy emphasis on defense, on military power, on how we can deter Soviet aggression. But I think it has changed with the times since I first attended back in the late 90s, when the focus was much more on the challenges of overcoming the Cold War and building a more unified European security system. And I think that with the increasing challenges and threats that have come into focus in the last 10 years, particularly since 9/11, and with the growing importance of other centers of power outside of Europe, I think the conference has changed with the times and has tried to have a more global perspective and move away from the purely defense and military emphasis of the past. And I think that's all to the good. I think the fact that the Secretary of State, President Van Rompuy, the UN Secretary General all were talking about issues of modernization and democratization and not about defense strategy or military issues suggests that the conference has kept pace with the times and is a very important venue for addressing these issues, how to build a real stable structure of peace, which is not just a question of reaching agreements, but it's really about how our societies evolve and the foundations of stability in each society that will create the basis for a stable international system.